Very good day to you folks. Welcome to Speed Gaming 2 and welcome to the A Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We got a good one for you today, folks. Today, we're going to have a nice meal at McBoss. And by that, I mean we've got Map Compass Shuffle with Boss Shuffle. I'm Captain MD, and today I am joined by Nervendush. How you doing today?
I'm pretty fine, and how are you?
Fantastic. So we're looking to have a good show here. We've got on stream Radical Sniper and Mr. Ed 63. And how's our race time room looking today? We've got a nice 7 runners in the pool today. Not bad for a start of the week. But we do thank you folks for starting your week with us. So, Nervin, what are you hoping to see in this seat as we kick things off?
Well, just because it is Boss Shuffle, I really hope we can see Twinex on ice, and Twinex on ice hard required.
Trinex on ice. I like your thinking. All right, well, the race time room has been given the green light, which means it should catch up on air here in just a hot second. For me personally, a good old pet seed would do.
Yeah, the old classic.
Well, nothing of note to start things off in Link's house. Just a nice early heart piece.
And both starting Uncle. This is nice. Something new.
Yeah, Hyrule Castle does get the extra check since the map's shuffled, for sure. So, an extra play for Castle, not too bad. Tier 1 tree pull is bombs. Lots of them.
Yeah, so no problems on them. And we've got the weapons, just for escape.
Indeed. Alright, the uncle gives us Eastern Palace Compass. Nothing of incredible note. Compasses really don't help that much, just tell you how many checks are in a dungeon.
And which boss is there, so it could be nice.
That I did not know. Is that when was that implemented? It's a good feature, but when was that implemented?
I don't know. Since I'm playing Randomizer, it is in, so... But it's only when Boss Shuffle is on.
Indeed.
So
well,
you have to play Boss Shuffle to see it.
Fair enough. But it looks like both runners committing to this Hyrule Castle play. Definitely going to get plenty to look at here. Again, with the map being removed, that's an extra check in the dungeon.
And with all these 3 bombs, no problem. And here's our first sword.
You know, it's a good thing that sword is that those chests are not vulnerable to explosion damage, but that being said, the rest of this area is now out of logic, so... It'll be interesting to see what we do find down here as we move things along. Probably gonna see a Death Warp setup here. Not much else, not much reason to do otherwise.
Oh, flippers.
All right, the logical brain teasing begins. So those flippers are either glove locked, depending on where that key is, or lamp locked otherwise.
Yeah, and no matter what, Zora is an option if you get the cash.
Indeed. That being said, no rupee drops from chests yet, and it doesn't look like the enemies are cooperating that much with us either. And just more arrows in or a first pack of arrows rather, in Zelda Cell. So that is it for the castle play, and Mr. Ed's going to continue with the South Shore play here. Very interesting.
Yeah, and Radical Sniper says, okay, I'm in White to Dark Cross. I don't care. I do not need a lamp.
Well, if the key is in Dark Cross, that is going to raise some very big question marks. Because that would definitely mean the flippers are lamp locked.
But when we find the key, I'm pretty sure Radical Sniper will just go deeper.
Oh, absolutely. In the meantime, Mr. Ed clearing out Mini Moldorm Cave. Prizes are a heart container, more arrows, our first rupee drop of the day, and 2 packs of blueberries.
Oh, just a lot of cash for Radical Sniper.
Well, given that Radical Sniper has flippers in tow, that cash is not going to be unwelcome for sure.
Yeah, almost Zora money.
Alright, and Radical Sniper has gone for the Sanctuary play.
Well, there was a map on Lake Hylia Island. I do not think they will pick it up.
Nah. I do believe it is still, I assume it's still 7-7 defeat Ganon otherwise.
Yeah, I can just imagine if they're still there and still have to find out a lot of when they're there. Then maybe pick up, if not, no.
Nice vanilla bottle on Bridge Guy containing a bottle of red goo. Alright, well that does make add an extra check into Kakariko, and, well, you might get your wish about Trinex being required, but we, already have a free Ice Rod, Sphere 0, in the Lost Woods in the Mushroom Spot.
This is fine. Just a higher chance on Twinex.
Indeed. Alright, Mr. Ed's gonna take the long walk to Ice Rod Cave. Nice bomb refund on the crabs. And yeah, chat's confirming it's 7-7 defeat Ganon.
And Ice Rod Cave, just a piece of heart.
Alright, we've got another treasure trove in Blind's Hut. We've got a map of desert, a map of swamp, a compass of desert, the first bow, some cash, and let's see what else we got here. Red boomerang. Okay, the bow's the big one, because that's basically a dungeon clear right there.
Yeah, but on the other hand, red boomerang is fine. It's the first stun weapon.
Indeed. And just a pair of compasses in Waterfall Fair. We're finding all the compasses really early. I think we've now found 4.
I mean, it's pretty good if you don't know which boss is there. So you just check the dungeon and say, oh, there's Twinex, I can't beat him.
There's number 5. That was compass number 5. In... Good grief, what am I trying to say? The well. But we also find a glove and some cash. And Mr. Ed did see a second bottle on Waterfall Ferry. Not Waterfall Ferry, Waterfall Ledge. But decided to skip it.
I can imagine if he had the money on Zora, then maybe pick up. But only for a bottle, if you already have one, is a long way.
Yeah, probably we'll get it on the way back to Zor later. Oh, there's a hammer in the back of the chicken coop, so that's 2 pieces of Dark World access already. Glove and hammer's also pretty big pluses because that's we're getting close to Dark World access here. Not Dark World, sorry, East Death Mountain access. We're also close to Dark World access, to be fair.
Yeah, we're close to both.
Yeah, we need either a mirror or a hook shot for East Death Mountain. Find a bug catching net in the drained dam. But yeah, quite the stack of Rico here. The woods in the village quite loaded. We've got a glove, hammer, ice rod, and bow in the last 5 minutes coming out of Radical Sniper. And Mr. Ed will get that eventually.
And Race came just a little bit of junk.
And Desert Ledge had another bottle. I think the game's trying to tell Mr. Ed something. Could just be a guess on my part.
Well, every battle is a lot of safety.
Oh, yes. But yeah, so far we found... it seems like Eastern's the next stop. Oh, Agina's Cave has the other glove, so we've got Titan's Mitts. Sphere Zero Titan's Mitts.
No, this game is not across keys. All keys are still at the dungeon. It's just map and compass everywhere.
Yeah, so the end result is that each dungeon basically gets 2 extra checks.
Yeah, and we do not know which dungeon is what and where is the boss.
Now, that first glove does put what I assume is going to be the key here in the back of Escape into logic, which means that should put the flippers into logic, so logical brain teasing done for now. Back of Escape not without its profit. We find the Book of Medora and another heart container, so that's a way into desert. We've got a glove. We don't have a fire source, though, so we can check a few things, but we can't beat the boss. Well, we could get that second bottle. And yeah, Mr. Ed's going to get that Zora money now off of Dark Cross, and probably this is going to send him to Kakariko. So they're going to be kind of playing... they're going to kind of be high-fiving each other in a sense. What do you think's the next stop from here? Because my gut tells me Eastern, but a part of me is also saying desert.
Well, there's a big chance you have to double dip both, no matter what. Cause they can't kill most of the bosses.
That's true. The boss shuffle is actually the boss shuffle is going to be a pretty big deal.
So dipping desert wouldn't be that bad. Even without a lamp or any other fire source.
Yeah, desert would be without boots, and assuming we get the key right away, it would be like 2, maybe 3 checks. Plus the bottle. Oh, Mr. Ed is going to give us... Oh, no, it's just a check for the ice rod. I thought for a minute Mr. Ed was going to read Ped nice and early here, but not the case. Yeah, on the flip side, yeah, we can get all the way to the boss in Eastern, find out who it is, because who can we defeat in Eastern? We can defeat Vitreous uncomfortably, but we could do it.
Yeah, we could beat Vanilla Amos Knight. We could Lamola.
Yeah, Lamolas are good. Trinex is
Blind.
obviously off. Blind is fine. Cold Stare we can't do.
Mothula would be pretty easy.
Yeah, Mothula would be practically free. So yeah,
Mothula is everywhere practically free, except his own room.
Funny enough. Yeah, I think Eastern does seem like the better play right now, just because there is a good chance you can already clear the dungeon, not to mention all the stuff you can do before the big chest. But yeah, we found a large number of maps and compasses already, so that, to me, that screams dungeons loaded today. As they're supposed to be in these settings, to be fair, but even still. Radical Sniper forgetting that he's already picked up Dark Cross and therefore doesn't need the key. No biggie, though.
Just a little bit muscle memory, nothing bad.
Yeah. Alright, I think we're starting to see some, I think we're going to start to see some plays here, because this is a... What is Radical Sniper doing, actually?
Maybe flipper checks?
Yeah, this is Flipper's checks, you're right. Although, having said that, Radical Sniper has not yet been to Agina's Cave for Titan's Mitts. Mr. Ed, on the other hand, just picked those up off of the waterfall. Not the waterfall, getting my places mixed up, the well. They both start with W.
Too bad that the Radical Sniper doesn't have the cash for Zora.
Yeah, still short by 120, and not gonna get a good wish for coming here. So yeah, probably is also gonna bail on the bottle, especially since he's picked up the Bridge Guy bottle already too.
Oh, there's a Merle.
Remember how I said Eastern was the good idea? Yeah, no, nix that. Go to Thieves Town. Because, yeah, we've got Titan's Mitts, Hammer. Yeah, that just screams. I mean, we don't need Titan's Mitts for Thieves Town anyway, but that screams to me Thieves Town, Smith Chain. I say that and watch Fire Rod just be like in the first chest of Eastern or something. That being said, that is where Radical Sniper is going, is Eastern. So we're going to at least probably find out what the green pendant has, as well as check Sahasrarla's closet.
So we've got Ice Palace as green pendant.
There's the last bottle in Sahasrarla's closet with the magic cape. Now, luckily, Aga's basically dead now, besides, well, Aga might not be dead. Nobody's checked Lumberjack Ledge. But yeah, Ice Green Pendant, that's a spicy one, because here's the thing. Ooh, well, there's a Master Sword, so that cape, now the only thing that cape is going to be good for is Bumper Ledge. But yeah.
Maybe on hard fights.
Indeed.
Still light safety.
Oh, and I missed the compass check. I will look on the playback and see who it was. Okay, so it's Mothula in Eastern and Helmasaur King in Thieves Town. So those are both beatable.
Yeah.
Nothing stopping either of these runners from full clearing their first dungeon here. A lamp is definitely not going to stop Sniper. I didn't see any major items picked up in Thieves Town yet. I think there was another compass pickup.
Yeah, this seed gives you a lot of knowledge on the bosses.
Yeah, I really do like that compass change, seeing ahead of time who the boss is. I think I would wager that was actually implemented a while ago, but I haven't calmed a boss shuffle race in a few months. Alright, so Front of Thieves only had 2 items. So still plenty to see in the back. We've seen an accidental compass as well, so there should be at most 3 more items left. Actually, no, only 1 item's popped up because Mr. Ed's got the key. So... So yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the back of Thieves then. Radical Sniper did find the big key without lamp. Is gonna just continue on anyway. But Helmasaur King giving Mr. Ed a little bit of trouble, so he's forced to burn that red goo early.
And we can see if the first crystal or first pendant. It's a crystal.
Alright, so Mr. Ed draws first blood at the 18-minute mark. We'll see if it's a red crystal next time we see the pause menu. But it looks like Mr. Ed is going to go back and check the remaining items, because, yeah, we don't have to escort the maiden to the boss room in Boss Shuffle. But given how many items are still left in Thieves Town, you know, all 3 of those remaining checks could be items at this point. That being said, Vanilla Big Key Chest didn't seem to have anything of note. All right, now to hunt for the green Igor, but it looks like Radical Sniper found it.
Yeah, there's a key.
Having no issues traversing this dark room right now. Ooh, looks... That's a big break for Mr. Ed, picking up Pegasus boots in the Thieves' Town roof.
This is big.
Yeah, so at this point... Ooh, boots are a big deal, because that's really helpful for Desert, just in case any keys are on the torch, which they most likely will be at this point. Yeah, by the way, it's like you said earlier, Mothula is basically free.
Oh, and it's a crystal too.
Okay, so we've got a pair of crystals so far from our runners. So no sign of the other two pendants yet.
Well, a map of Skywoods, we could check.
I'm actually surprised we haven't seen any, we didn't see a Dark World map check from Mr. Ed before diving Thieves' Town here. Unless he checked it while I wasn't looking.
Oh! And Flute is in Thieves' Town too.
Wow, so we just found Flute, we've got mitts and boots. Wow. You know, if it weren't for the fact that we don't have a medallion yet, Maya's not looking too bad. Yeah, Flute's, so far, Mr. Ed, definitely getting all the movement into advantages right now. Radical Sniper's about to get Titan's mitts here in Agina's cave, but I might dip Desert in the meantime as well.
Or maybe he says, I'm out of here. Let's go to Thieves' Town, Skywoods. More checks and a bigger chance of completing. At least
Very
one
true.
of them.
Very true. We are going to see Mr. Ed do some digging here. And the other thing is Radical Sniper would have to go back for Sick Kid to get Moon Pearl, and he hasn't done that yet.
Yeah,
So,
this is bad for him, cause this will, lure him. Just 2 more checks.
yeah, so Thieves' Town right now for Radical Sniper is off the table, and that was a lot of digs for a heart container. I want to say that was 18 plus 5, 23. So yeah, we're going to see Desert from Radical Sniper. That bottle might actually have just reminded him of Sick Kid.
We hope so.
Certainly we hope it will stay on the back of his mind, since we know that's a very required check.
Oh.
Ooh.
No, we can't kill him.
Nope, that's Argus for the back of Desert Palace. We are looking for a hook shot.
Well, if we find it, right here, I'm pretty sure he's just going to kill him.
Oh, certainly, assuming the big key's not chilling on the torch. Okay. Remember how I said rush dungeons, they're loaded today? I believe my point stands very hard today. Ooh, Radical Sniper's gonna need those Pegasus boots, though. Okay, so now we've got Kane. Well, not a whole, we're finding a lot of good items here, and we're only really scratching the surface of the heavy checks here. Like, we still haven't even been to Death Mountain. We just got access to that via Flute. All right, Mr. Ed, in the meantime, taking the Smith on a world tour here, is going to check Hype Cave, which I can't imagine is going to have a lot of hype at this point. Watch me eat my words shortly.
Well, Bombers is not that bad. And Silvers too.
I would consider that fairly hype because that Bombos medallion just gave us the green light to Clear Ice Palace. Assuming you can bomb jump.
Yeah, and on the other hand, it might open Maya and Turtle Rock.
Indeed. All right, so desert and swamp are the red crystals. So, okay, swamp is a crystal. Okay. Starting to look at this right, that Turtle Rock is a pendant. That being said, who knows if they're where the Trinexes are hiding. All right, Mr. Ed gonna make a detour here to King's Tomb, courtesy of those mitts and boots.
It's blue mail. Nice to have.
Yeah, but we're not exactly heart-starved per se. 9 hearts blue mail's not too bad, but you definitely want the defense upgrade. But yeah, I would say the silver arrows, especially considering that, you know, who knows what's going to happen when Vitreous shows up. Silvers just make Viti free.
Yeah, silvers will even do everything better. And Witty on Hera wouldn't be that hard.
Very true.
If you just have a bow and master, can be tricky. But with silvers, Witty is a free boss. Just like Modular.
Very true. Alright, next up for Radical Sniper looks to be the Skull Woods play. We did not see Mr. Ed do this. He went straight into Thieves Town.
Yeah, Radical Sniper has the cane. He can check it pretty fast.
That would be Blind as the boss of Skull Woods. We still need Fire Rod to get back there, but we don't need any extra goodies to defeat the boss.
Yeah, Blind can be tricky in this room.
Oh yeah, because of the conveyors, indeed. Alright, well, the Smithies gave us a little bit of love as thanks for rescuing them.
But Cold Stare in this room could be pretty easy. Cause you can push the puffs into the spikes.
Oh, are they vulnerable to spikes? Very nice. There was a map on Library if memory serves. Yeah, Mr. Ed's never been in this direction yet.
Well, actually, not every boss. Helma is pretty funny cause he's like a helicopter.
Oh yes, I love Helmacopter.
And I even like the Trollnado. So, Trolldom just like a tornado on his spot and doing his stuff.
Yeah, nothing like some visual comedy for a good old randomizer race. Always a good time. Alright, so Mr. Ed is going to go ahead and probably clear out Eastern here, get that crystal. So I'm trying to think where the obvious next best spot to go is, and right now, I'm leaning towards either... Well, Death Mountain's the obvious one. You do some stuff in Death Mountain first, although having said that, we still can't get either to the east. We can't get to East or Dark Death Mountain without either Hook or a... Hook or a mirror still.
Yeah, so still only one check in logic there. I mean, you still have one side check. Cause you can, but it doesn't help you. And the grandpa's still not in logic. Doable? Yes. Easy for both? Yes. But not in logic.
Should be noted, at some point or another, we did see the stun prize, and it was just a heart. Alright, so... I almost want to say ice. Just because we have bombos to get in there. But at the same time, logically, it's a headache without hookshot.
And yes, modem eyes are randomized too. If you're lucky, you get all eyes all around the head.
Yeah, it's anywhere from 1 to 8, so, you know, how do you want to be haunted today?
Well, hopefully he can see me wherever I am.
Yeah, this I think is going to be after Thieves Town. I think this is going to be a tough call to make where to go next, because on one end you could go out of logic and no, Death Mountain you can't do a whole lot in. So, Pod's not looking like a bad idea. We could full clear that. Well, minus the boss, we could get to the boss without Lamp, no problem.
Yeah, and most
Decisions,
of the dungeon
decisions.
is in logic. All you need is a lamp or a firewall, and most is logic, and the rest is doable. Except the
Decision.
boss.
Indeed, yeah. Decisions. I think Pod's. I'm leaning towards Pod right now, just because of the large density of items, and Mr. Ed just deciding, no thanks, don't want to deal with enemies. I'm gonna break out this fancy Bombos medallion that I picked up 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's always nice to use. Bombers is your friend.
Not only did it clear the enemies, but it revealed where they are, so it was easy to make out the Igor based on memory. So that's a really heads up play with Bombos. I really approve. What else could we do with this equipment? We've got some of ice, we've got some of pod. We can't do swamp. Well, we could do up to left side swamp. Nothing's stopping us from doing that. Although, do you really want to double dip crystal swamp?
The problem with swamp is still no mirror.
Right, no mirror, right. Keep forgetting about that mirror requirement.
Yeah, but we, especially for Mr. Ed, because he still wasn't there, we could do at least Front of Desert. Maybe just go for Maya area. 2 easy checks. Plus checking which medallion. Maybe
Very
go
true.
in.
Yeah, because there's the 2 in checks in Meyer's shed. You can get in Meyer's front door if it's Bombos. Yeah, there's the potential for a good extra half a dozen checks we haven't seen back there. Mr. Ed probably pretty happy to see that red potion after drinking the first one earlier on Helmasaur. And where is Mr. Ed going? This is a pod play.
Yeah, this is fine. There's still no fire source, so you can't finish the boss, and Desert alone just doing is fine, but not the best.
Yeah, the lack of a fire source is definitely the big logical question mark right now, because, yeah, it's locking out a few dungeons.
And we need one.
Yeah, we can't beat Desert Boss without it.
Yeah.
Not to mention we might have to go to the back of Skull Woods too.
Yeah, and Maya Dark Room is not that fine too.
Yeah,
especially
ideally
the first one. If you learn it, no problem. But if you do not this a lot of, it's pretty hard to aim.
Alright, Pod is bow locked today, but not that that matters since the bow was in Sphere 0. Yeah, Mr. Ed's gonna have no problem clearing this room, especially with those silvers in tow.
And I'm sure if he can, he would just go right to the boss if he gets all what he needs. Just to be faster.
Oh, for sure.
And not today. He has to go to the back.
Alright, Pod living up to its normal routine of being the Palace of Keys in the front. But yeah, without the map and compass in this area, Pod's got a whopping 7 items. And we just found one of them in a heart container. We still haven't seen Lumberjack Ledge. I'm gonna laugh if that's just like Hookshot or something on that.
Yeah, but even Aga is still not in logic.
Right.
I mean, both can do it, but I'm sure they do not like to do this.
Oh, no.
There's one level here. Just one way. They will fall down a lot of.
Yeah, no, the lack of lamp is really just throwing everything off here. Lamp or fire rod. Actually, fire rod alone is not enough, is it? Or no, yeah, fire rod could work.
Yeah, firewood will make all the hard rooms easy. If you know where the lamps are.
Alright, well, I think we found the vast majority of the keys here in Pod, so Mr. Ed should be coming across a boatload of items here.
Or just a pile of trash. Mirror.
That is definitely not a pile of trash. That's our key into Swamp Palace. And East and Dark Death Mountains, for that matter. Oop, we've got some additional information that Skull Woods is a pendant.
So, no Skullwoods boss. Except,
Probably not.
Still could be a patch.
It could be. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, because of the boss shuffle, all bets are off as to what the Turtle Rock boss is. And I think the big key still actually hasn't been found yet, so I think Mr. Ed's going to find it in the Dark Maze.
Oh, hookshot. This will open Eastside Mountain.
Told you Pod was the play.
Yeah. But still not in logic.
Yeah, still out of logic, but at this
Where's
point,
the
I don't
lamp?
think... I have no idea. Honestly, it's probably boots locked in desert.
Or the one flute locked on mountain.
It could be in Spectacle Rock, yeah. We did not see what the boss of Pod was, did we?
I am pretty sure it was killable. Yeah, Mr. Ed says it's killable.
Well, at this point with Hookshot, the only thing that's pretty much stopped you can't counter at this point is Trinex. So yeah, odds are definitely in Mr. Ed's favor here for another completable dungeon.
I just hope on Trinex on Ice for all you wanners, cause this will make things a little bit interesting. Who can beat it?
Yes. Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed that lovely rendition of the Hyrulean National Anthem. As Mr. Ed goes to the back of Pod. Let's see. We can't do bat without mushroom or powder. Yeah, there's still like a lot of overworld and just like wide area checks we haven't seen yet, just because of how stacked this early Dark World has been.
Yeah, but I can imagine that Radical will pretty easy go into pot 2. Because there are a lot of checks and he can do everything.
Very true.
And Mr. Ed says, Bombos is my friend. And
Well,
we've got Quake for Maya.
Well, Bombos ain't gonna solve all of our problems today, unfortunately.
Oh, Shovel. I mean, I like fetch quests.
Do you like fire rods? Because that was right next to the shovel. This is getting ridiculous. This seed is becoming pretty free, actually. That's a logical fire source with Mitts and Flute.
So,
Yeah, four-eyed Moldorm.
So all we have to look for is the logical lantern.
Well, not even... Well, actually, yeah, you need lamp for a couple of rooms regardless. Meyer especially. If Meyer's... Oh, yeah, Total Rock needs lamp for a couple spots, too. So, yeah, there's no way we're avoiding a hard required lamp at some point. But, hey, Shovel leads to some profit, too, with the Ether Medallion.
And there's the pot play for Radical Sniper.
See, Radical Sniper's going to get caught up here. Mr. Ed got a crystal off of Helmasaur. So that is crystal number 3 on his part. And none of those crystals that have been picked up are red. Yeah, no, we know where the red crystals are. Don't know why I said that. That being said, Mirror Hook does make Swamp a full clearable dungeon, so Mr. Ed's gonna head there probably first after checking... is this a Bombos tablet check? Yeah, probably Bombos tablet.
Yeah, but first K45. Because
Yeah.
it will be hard isolated.
Yeah, these are gonna be all the mirror checks.
Oh, you will pick it up. Fire sheet on Radical Sniper.
So yeah, depending on what that last, if either of the medallion dungeons are crystals, we may end up not needing that Quake medallion if it's just Ether or Bombos for Turtle Rock. I would really like to know where that last pendant is at this point.
You could cross your fingers on Hera.
Could do. Nothing stopping us from clearing that out now. Yeah, this is pretty close to, if it weren't for the Quake and Lamp kerfuffle, this is almost no mode. Like, this is looking like a pretty fast ALTTPR seed. And yep, it does look like Mr. Ed's going to make that swamp play. Now, there's already not a whole lot left to find. At best, Mr. Ed could find Quake, the lamp. Actually, no, the lamp, well... I think you could use Fire Rod as a fire source for Pod, except for the boss, so...
Yeah.
I think Fire Rod would put Hookshot into logic here, and Mirror for that matter.
Not Hookshot, cause the Hookshot was in Dark Maze, and there's no lantern.
Dark Maze needs land? Okay.
But who cares?
Well, the runner's logic is simply a suggestion. And I don't think I didn't see who the swamp boss was.
Vanilla.
Oh, it's vanilla? Okay.
Yeah. So pretty boring.
Yeah, this is just going to be a full clear for Mr. Ed. And now there's with map and compass gone, there's a whopping 8 items in here.
On the side of Mr. Ed, he could really go for left side, cause no firewall, no Somaria. Maybe you need one of the coins, so a good chance.
I think it depends on how gutsy Mr. Ed is feeling right now with how much we found.
Oh, it's left side.
All right, Radical Sniper is about to pick up Mir, just did, and now is going to be getting hook shot in just a second.
Yeah. And the bonus on map compass is that left side will always be 2 items.
Oh, yes.
Even if there are map and compass, there are still items.
All right, looks like Mr. Ed is setting up a bomb diver down here. Looks like got knocked a little too high. Nope, still too high. Yeah, Mr. Ed seems to be getting knocked down and out of the wall here. That should work.
No.
Radical Sniper
Bombs.
going to be very happy to see that.
Yeah, and the bomb setup is not that easy, and most can't even do it. It looks pretty easy, but it's pretty pixel perfect.
I just had a thought. What if Lamp's been chilling on Zora this whole time?
Oh.
I mean, I'm starting to think where else Lamp could be hiding, and that's the only one that really comes to mind immediately. Besides maybe a boots lock check in Desert.
Yeah, there's not much left.
Yeah, Desert Big Chest and Zora are the 2 ones that pop out to me.
Maybe Graveyard Ledge?
Graveyard Ledge is a maybe, yeah.
And Graveyard Ledge would be a Wall of Fire.
Oh boy.
Yeah. It could be an ice. This would be mean.
Yeah, that'd be a really weird spot for it. Well, if we're lucky, it's gonna show up eventually.
Well, logically, it has to. But our runner could just skip it.
Indeed. Found it!
Yeah,
Swamp.
it's a little bit rusty, a little bit wet, but still
Hang on.
working.
Yeah. Do you realize Swamp is a forced double dip, right?
Yeah.
Disgusting. That might as well be hookshot in the Swamp Big Chest.
Yeah, and here we see fire is pretty easy. And turtles, no problem.
Indeed. All right, so that's the logical implications sorted out. Now
Yeah.
it's really just a matter of finding out what's left for the remaining dungeons.
And with Lantern, everything Mr. Ed did is in logic.
Yeah, so honestly, that's from a sense of Mr. Ed now knowing what the story is, probably feeling a bit relieved that, probably just feeling relieved that the logical keys are sorted out. That being said, Radical Sniper has just finished off Moldorm for the pod key. Crystal. And it's Argus. You said already it's Argus and Swamp. Never mind.
So let's see.
All right, Radical Sniper's going to take that mirror and do a quick check of Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, and desert, now it's clearable.
Ah, yes. Radical Sniper had to pass up the first wave of checks courtesy of a lack of boots.
If he's lucky, he could find Quake and go to Maya 2.
If he finds Quake, the seed is basically, I wouldn't say over per se, but we can basically check everything in the game minus fetch quests. And I did not see any useful information out of that Light World map check, so...
Yeah, it was pretty much just for him.
Yeah, we don't have the Eastern... We don't have the Hera map. Hera's the big question mark, I think, at the moment. Because, yeah, our last pendant's either in Meyer, Turtle Rock, or Hera. If you're the runners, you want it to be...
Turtle Rock.
Turtle Rock, probably. Yeah, if you're the runners, you want it to be Hera. Or the chat, rather, you want it to be Hera. That being said, if Hera is our last pendant...
We still have to look for Quake.
Yes, in which case, Quake can absolutely be on pedestal. And Mr. Ed, seeing the map, realizes, yeah, my Light World intel's a little low here. I'm gonna grab that. And that is definitely a map we wanted to see right now.
Yeah, based on my luck, it would just have been Seastown, Port, Swarm, Eastern, whatever I already did. And Maya is a crystal.
Okay, well, it's looking good for Pendant Desert, which we're gonna find out in a minute from Radical Sniper, which will basically solve all of our questions.
Well, Desert is proven to be wet crystal.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's Hera I'm thinking about, not Desert.
Yeah.
Sorry, chat. This is not my day. Okay, music. You're getting a little dramatic. It's just a generic boss.
Yeah, a pretty dry eye.
Yeah, we already saw one of those too. We saw two. We've seen three dry eyes. We've seen two dry eyes and one vanilla eye.
We all wanna see Twinex on ice in GT, except Tijuana.
Still plenty of chances for that.
Yeah, as long as we do not see him, he could be everywhere.
Yeah, that being said, actually, Trinex, or not Trinex, Pyramid Fairy would be in play now.
Yeah, in logic it is, yes.
Mr. Ed's going to have the ability to check it right after this, and we'll see if Swamp is Radical Sniper's next stop, which it looks like it is.
Yeah, but I can imagine Mr. Ed might wanna go to the mountain, cause it's all in logic, so much checks.
The density is there, yes. The only thing is, again, at this point, at worst, our runners are looking for Quake. If, at best, they're done already, is the thing. So at this point, they're gonna... I think at this point, our runners are gonna rush knowledge more than anything.
Yeah, and Hera is pretty fast, so if Mr. Ed would do it, and it's a pendant, he knows he has to go Turtle Rock.
True enough. Yeah, sorry, Radical Sniper. We've seen no Light World maps.
Nothing new to you.
Yeah, as a runner, this is a very tough call to make. Like, do you rush dungeons or do you continue checking for Quake just so that way there can be no doubts? Because, yeah, right now there's still a non-zero chance that Quake is required.
Well, actually, Mr. Ed is a little bit ahead. If you see dungeons, but overall, it's not safe. Still everything in.
Yeah, and the thing that's given Mr. Ed the advantage is definitely having boots for a significant number of extra minutes on Radical Sniper. Just the ability to make checks more efficiently.
Yeah, it's one full swamp clear. If you put some over checks, Radical Sniper already did, and Mr. Ed did not. It's about a half swamp.
Sounds about right. And yeah, Mr. Ed's going to check the shovel spot, pick up his ether medallion.
We hope he has to use it. Maybe Radical Sniper says no to left side swarm. As we know, it's nothing.
That's true. Oh yeah, that's right. We're looking for Quake no matter what anyway, because miners are crystals, so... It just occurred to me. I'm still waiting for Quake, or I'm still waiting for some to be chilling on Zora. Having said that... Oh no, it was only the glove that was necessary to put the flippers into logic. Never mind.
Now
Maybe-
Radical Sniper will get a little bit time back. Cause Mr. Ed does what Radical already did.
Yeah, not only that, but we'll see if Mr. Ed decides to dive all the way into the back of Skull Woods here.
Yeah, he could say no, thank you.
Which it looks like that's exactly what he's saying.
So even with this no thank you, both are almost back to close together.
Yeah, I think we'll get an idea of... actually, I think it's just going to be a matter of who goes... I think right now I'd like to see the mountain, because that's just been ignored for the better part of an hour now, and to be fair, we've only just had access to it. But yeah, the mountain seems to me like the best play. Just
Yeah.
it's the most dense. You know, we're only looking for one item.
Yeah, and if you do Hera, you can say 100% sure which we need. And Hera is so fast, it wouldn't even hurt if there's nothing in its pendant.
Very true.
So all in all, just hope on mountain.
All right, Mr. Ed is going that way.
And now it's just one boss fight. Difference.
Indeed. Ooh, that silver whiffed. All right, folks, we're going to finally get some new information here. We've got 10 sticks going all around in the western half of Death Mountain.
Yeah, it was a vanilla boss. Trinex would be funnier. So Radical Sniper could go and make Red Bomb. Cause he's here. Instead of mountain.
That, I think Radical Sniper's going to check Pyramid Fairy first.
Yeah. If the Red Bomb is there, it could be huge.
think both runners read the red bomb hint, so they did know ahead of time who had the Pyramid Fairy crystals.
Yeah.
All
The
right,
only difference is Radical Sniper did swarm a second dungeon, so he was already there.
Indeed. Yeah, Mr. Ed having doing Desert second and would have had to walk a little more just to get things moving. Mr. Ed is going to Herapod skip the big key since it is in the basement.
Yeah, and he does what I thought. Just do the boss, and you know. If he's lucky, it's a crystal.
And I didn't see what was on the pyramid. It is a map to thieves. Thanks, game. Not helping. Pyramid Fairy, on the other hand, has more sticks and a heart piece. We could really do with another sword upgrade. That is Cold Stare at the top of Tower of Hera. Ooh, how? This seems like it could be rough. Having said that, Mr. Ed seems to be making quick work of this anyway.
This
Okay.
was close.
Just almost ate my words there.
Oh, another fetch quest. And the crystal.
All right, so that would put Turtle Rock as our red pendant. And now we're just on a hunt for Quake Medallion.
Could be on the boss on Turtle Rock.
Could be on TR Boss. If TR is not Quake, it could be on Ped.
Yeah, Pet would be mean.
But yeah, the mushroom's nice. It's just an extra check you can route in efficiently with the flute. We haven't even seen Catfish yet, I don't think.
Yeah, there are a lot of checks here and there.
We're going to see a full clear of the mountain first, just because there is so much stuff here. All right, Spiral Cave, more sticks. It's a shame they're not Deku sticks and we can't use those as improvised fire sources, you know? All right, Paradox Cave next. And I'm seeing a lot of red. Unfortunately, none of those are Quake medallions.
Yeah, it's a Quake hunt at the moment.
Yeah.
And at the moment, Mr. Ed is ahead.
Yeah, and just found the last fetch quest item in the Magic Powder and Half Magic in Lower Paradox Cave.
And no Spy Cave, still not checked.
Yeah, we can check it courtesy of the cape, though, thankfully.
Yeah, the time he made back was just enough for a Pyramid Fairy. And every time is gone. So he's just walking on the footstep of Mr. Ed.
Yeah, it's really interesting because the seed has been so open. Like, there's been progression in, like, various bits and pieces of the world and dungeons, but they haven't forced any specific direction. So the end result is both runners end up meeting up in the middle despite taking pretty different routes.
And both Warner did not check pet.
No, they did not. Yeah, it's getting to the close to the point, that being said, where we might have to start dipping pendant dungeons in a bit anyway.
Yeah, if Radical Sniper is lucky, Mr. Ed could choose to do the wet bomb.
And it is Bombos for Turtle Rock, so that is wide open.
Yep.
And suddenly we've got virtual almost synchronization here. Radical Sniper deciding to go straight from Hera to the Turtle Rock entrance. Now we'll see if Radical Sniper decides to go in first to do the rest of Death Mound. Probably going to go in first. Much easier to go down than climb back up.
Yeah, it could help him a little bit. And now we could have a grace if... Oh, wait. Radical doesn't know. This is a pendant.
That's right, because Radical Sniper doesn't have the Meyer info, so Radical's gonna probably go all the way to the oops. Down goes Mr. Ed. But, yeah, Radical Sniper's gonna go all the way to the boss here, find out it's a pendant, and realize, yep, it's a Quake hunt. Now, that is, of course, assuming Quake isn't just chilling on Laser Bridge or something, or like on the boss like you predicted earlier. Wouldn't that be funny?
Yeah, it would be funny. Both have to do the boss.
This is looking like not a bad Turtle Rock setup so far. Could have done with an extra small key, but...
On the other hand, if it would be the last crystal, it would be almost like God.
Oh, yes.
And I'm pretty sure as long as Radical doesn't know if he's looking for Quake or not, he will pick up everything. So it wouldn't hurt him that much.
Indeed. And if Quake is not here, then I think neither runner's going to lose that much time, or is not going to gain or lose time on each other. They're both going to full clear the dungeon, because, I mean, at this point, you know, where is this one item that I can't seem to find?
And as deeper the coin is, if it's here, it would make it a better race. If it would be just at the entrance, it would be too hard for Radical Sniper at this moment.
Indeed. Can that medallion be on pet, to answer question chat? Yes, it can. And to answer another question chat, we have 7 racers today.
Both have lamp. Tracker just ate the click.
Yeah, Lamp was in a wonky spot, too. It was in Swamp Big Chest. Forced double dip a swamp, technically, because the hook shot was in the Pod Dark Maze. And the mirror was in the dark basement. Try putting that one together. I mean, I say that, but the seed bot did, so...
Yeah, just ignore logic and everything is fine.
Alright, Mr. Ed is Mr. Ed decides to get the big chest first, then do Mimic Cave. Interesting way to route that.
Yeah, but both not the answer. So it's a little bit better for Radical. Just 1 second, but better. Hera Big Chess is mean.
And just like that, Radical Sniper pulls ahead.
For these dungeons, yes.
But yeah, at the rate we're going, if Quake is not on a dumb overworld check we've overlooked, then it's in a pendant dungeon.
Or on pet.
Or on pedestal. That'd be so nasty if it's on ped, then that effectively makes this go mode. Because then it's just a matter of rushing dungeons and finishing.
Yeah, but with all the map open, it is pretty hard.
Ooh, I missed who that boss was. Let me double check my playback on that front, please.
It's a blind.
Another blind. Okay, well, where's Trinex? Dude's been conspicuously absent today.
He could be in ice, on ice, or the first climb boss.
Oh dear.
Maybe higher.
Unfortunately, Radical Sniper's magic ran dry right in time to get a French vanilla mirror shield. And Radical Sniper not even going to secure the respawn point, although this is blind, so this fight's... Actually, with the spikes in Trinex's room, the fight's a little bit wonky, but not the worst in the universe.
Yeah. This is fine. I could imagine Mr. Ed might go ice or even doing boss of Skywoods and say, I will check. Just to be sure, pet.
That does seem to be the better way to go from the knowledge front. Because yeah, at this point, if it is ped, then fantastic. Game's basically over. You just have to finish rushing your dungeons. If it's not, then it's out in the overworld somewhere. Things might go downhill fast. But yeah, both runners just about both together, popping out of Total Rock. We'll see where they decide to go from here.
Well, Radical Sniper still has to do the mountain. And Mr. Ed maybe do Red Bomb. And other checks Radical Sniper already did. Yeah, but first, Spike.
Okay. I thought for a minute Mr. Ed was going to GT thinking that he had all 7 crystals, but nah, he's a crystal short. But yeah, this is going to be Spike Cave. Wouldn't it be hilarious if this was Quake and it's like, I'll come back up here later when I have to do GT. Didn't even have to use the cape for that one. There's so much health now.
I'm pretty sure Twinex doesn't fit in Skywoods boss room.
Trinex? I don't think so. Yeah, because Trinex has basically an entire square unit of diameter reduced because of the spikes and the conveyors. I think Trinex on that in Skullwoods is not possible. Yeah. And it looks like Mr. Ed is gonna rush ice,
which we know has the most checks left.
Yeah, Ice has got 5 items plus the 6th on green pendant. This may not be Ocarina of Time, but we're still rushing Ice anyway.
For Radical Sniper, it would be pretty good if it's Skywoods or Pet.
Indeed.
I can imagine that Mr. Ed would do a lot of checks everywhere else now. Because he was already in Skywoods. He said, nah. Radical Sniper too, but both will do a lot of stuff before going back. And Radical did a lot of overbuild.
Yeah, and I've said this many times before. When it comes to races when it comes to one item hunt like this, and that one item isn't locking a whole lot, it's just a matter of who goes left, who goes right, which one happens to have the item on it. And right now, ice does not appear to be the answer yet, but still a good handful of checks left. Mr. Ed getting that icebreaker.
And Radical Sniper says, let's do some fetch quests. And there's our tempered.
Well, it is nice, but it is not what we're looking for. All right, Cane of Burna, also nice, but not what we're looking for.
And Radical Sniper goes after Mr. Ed. I mean, it's logically one of the better checks. Oh. So it's a good decision. Too much time between both.
Well, now suddenly we went from Master Sword with Silvers on Ganon to Butter Sword Silvers on Ganon. Yeah, we're having bacon tonight.
Yeah. Luckily for Radical Sniper, he goes here, cause Master versus Butter, even if he finds Quake even faster, the boss kill time.
Alright, Ice Tea Room is a small key. And I think that means we're just down to Cold Stare. Or, not Cold Stare, but Ice Boss.
Maybe even Cold Stare.
It might be. We've already had a Vanilla Argus here today. But yeah, we've also got 16 hearts and blue mail. Yeah, our runners shouldn't be encountering any more enemy difficulty throughout the rest of this run. Oops. Miss Ed accidentally kicked the Somaria block away from the door.
Yeah, but this is time Radical Sniper needs.
Indeed. Alright, our Ice Palace boss is Lanmolas.
So just some frozen worms.
Pretty much.
And
Ooh.
now we've got a Oops All Dungeon.
It's looking Oops All Dungeons. Again, unless Quake's just been chilling on Zora this whole time. So let's see what Mr. Ed decides to do first. Is it going to be Green Pendant or Skull Woods? It's going to be Green Pendant.
Yeah, it's pretty fast. And if it's Green Pendant, there's not that much between both mana.
Indeed, and Green Pendant is not the answer today.
Good for Radical Sniper. So there's a chance he stops running behind Mr. Ed. And this looks like Red Bomb for Mr. Ed.
Yeah, that's going to give Radical Sniper an extra minute or so here to figure this out.
So both could be almost even after this.
Alright, Mr. Ed going for the bomb glitch here and looks like pulled it off. Nice job.
And now both are almost close together.
Yeah, with this check and Radical Sniper checking the pendant, yeah, this is going to pretty much tighten them up. Now, is Run Runner going to zig and the other zag, or are we playing a game of Simon Says here?
Yeah, Simon says pet. On this moment, I would go for it.
Not really a whole reason not to, because you get Hera Basement to answer question chat we already know is the big key. Having said that, Hera Big Chest. That'd be an insulting spot for Quake now.
Pet would be the most mean now.
Pet would be pretty mean, but considering both runners Hera potted and waltzed right past the Hera Big Chest, Pet would be mean, but Hera Big Chest would be insulting.
Yeah. If Skywoods or Pet it is now at this moment, Radical Sniper is far ahead. No matter which one of these.
Yeah, there's still a couple of checks in the back of Skullwoods anyway, too.
Yeah, it's 2 checks plus maybe Pet, so it's 3 at a position. This is decent. Cause there's not much left.
Mr. Ed, on the other hand, is going north to check Catfish and probably Mirror for Zora, because this has been something that's been left behind since the start of the game.
Yeah, this could be huge too. One of them will get the answer, the other one will be burned.
Yeah, like if this is Vanilla Quake, I would have laughed, but no, it is not Vanilla Quake.
Mr. Ed?
Interesting. Mr. Ed not checking Zora despite you having Mirror and being in the neighborhood, unless he wants to check Mushroom first and then route that back in.
Or he just forgot he didn't do it. And maybe said on the tracker, no.
Alright, well we got blind on the Skull Woods boss, but with Burna this is free. This is going to be, in the meantime, a graveyard ledge check from Mr. Ed. Yeah, Mr. Ed's going to check the rest of the what happened there.
Funny stuff.
And that is red mail on Mothula. That is all pendants for Radical Sniper. I think we're going to have a moment of truth here.
I hope he will blind pull. Just for the lull. Even if there is Quake.
I think if Quake is there, we might just see runners start gunning it, because at this point they realize they're behind and they had the ability to check Ped like 10 minutes in.
Oh, our castle map. Finally.
Where was that when we needed it 2 hours ago? At least it feels like 2 hours.
No, do not read, just pull. Thank you.
And Pedestal is a heart piece.
Yay. So much love. So it's oops, all dungeons.
It's oops all dungeons, but the other dungeons don't even have our item. Yeah.
So... where's Quake?
I'm telling you, it's just chilling on Zora. We've had access to it since the start of the game.
Have we already have you seen Madbat?
We have not seen Bat, no.
Could be one mean spot too.
Yeah, at this point, at this point, Quake is just in a trash location. There's just like no two ways. Well, to be fair, Zora's not trash. We just didn't have the cash for it initially.
Yeah, now it's totally isolated for Mr. Ed. And Radical Sniper has still trash checks on its way.
Oh, chat brings up a good point. We never saw Lumberjack Ledge.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it's just bad no matter how you slice it.
And Mr. Ed, just blind pull it. We all want to see it.
Oh yeah, Miss Ed's gonna blind pull it at this point.
Yeah.
Hopefully Radical Sniper doesn't blow by Zor too. I doubt it, because Radical Sniper's got the mirror pull down ready.
Yeah. Well, he didn't forget. If Mr. Ed loses just because of this would be mean. Just to forget it.
Oh yeah, I still think the most insulting is Hera Big Chest because they both waltzed by it.
So we're going to collection rate 200 plus.
We might. Especially since that's not helpful.
Nice, expensive bombs.
Good grief, and I thought Ocarina of Time's bomb prices were ridiculous.
Hope these will work cause they're wet.
Oh, that's fine. They're just water bombs from Twilight Princess. Alright, now we're going to see Bat and Chest. Oh, we're going to see Chest first. Oh no, Bat first, then Chest. Okay, that is not a Quake Medallion on Lumberjack Ledge. And the bat contains another compass. That's 2 compasses we've just seen.
Yeah, here. Get the bomb for it. The amount of checks is going to be even more down.
So what's left now? Hera Big Chest is the obvious one.
Yeah, then the purple chest. Purple chest.
Purple chest. It took long enough, and Miss Dad's like, "Yeah, I totally left that behind way too long." Because yeah, that was available since. Good grief, since Titan's Mitts. Because yeah, you can save and quit and take the chest on a world tour too, right?
So, Radical Sniper is going for purple chest too.
Looks like it. So it's still gonna be close between the two. That being said,
it's Hera or this, and this is faster.
Well, that solves the seed, folks. Mr. Ed is now in go mode, and Radical Sniper will follow suit fairly soon.
Still everything in.
Yeah.
It still depends on GT.
Yeah, we could have a disaster on the GT bosses, that's for sure. Although health disasters, not so much. Falling down the pit disasters on GT2 boss. On that note, that is still a possibility.
Yeah. So now Radical Sniper is in go mode too. But speaking of GT, which game do you want to play?
Let's guess between 1 and 22. Let's see where that big key is today. For me, I mean, that Quake Medallion was a troll, but I'm still going to go a little high and say 16.
Not high enough. I'm Team Tyrone. So it's 22.
Ooh, you want the big 22. All right.
Yeah, we will start counting when the first runner goes in. Probably Mr. Ed, but who knows? Quake was on purple chest. So one of the last locations left.
Yeah, one of the last locations, but also one of the earliest accessible because we had literally Sphere 1 Dark World access. We literally just had to get Moon Pearl behind Bottle, and that was the only like one sphere behind everything else. So yeah, Dark World access and by extension Purple Chest was very early.
Oh,
And Mr. Ed is not happy. That means the
Yeah.
big key's fire locked in Meyer.
Yeah, and Mr. Ed did not went to this chest. I can understand him, but on this moment, it has to be there. No matter what.
Yeah, which is really unfortunate because at this point, Mr. Ed knows, and this is where I say is the sweatiest point of the race. Where, I mean, especially in a one-on-one scenario, I mean, maybe the mentality is different for a weekly setting, but you're in go mode. You've definitely last location your progression, and nobody's finished yet. So yeah, at that point, you're sweating. Because you're wondering, did everybody else have this problem? Is somebody just about to defeat Ganon as I enter go mode? Yeah, there's all sorts of questions running through the mind now. But yeah. There's the big key.
Well, technically, it is possible that someone is already fighting Ganon.
It is possible somebody's already fighting Ganon. But like I said, that's the question that's running through the minds of a runner. It's like, I just found Quake. Has somebody found this 20 minutes earlier and is literally about to finish as I find this? Oops.
Oh.
Yeah,
just pick it up.
Block being stupid. Well, both runners clearing the right side of Meyer before the left, so unfortunately, no time saved for Radical Sniper. Mr. Ed doing some spooky action though.
Yeah. As long as both runners don't go the same way in GT, and Radical is getting the white pass first, we've got a ways. And he's Trinex.
I see Trinex picked up Samus's Phantom Cloak along the way.
Yeah, and the funny part is, where normally the soup is, it's the damage field.
It is, okay.
So it's not just a little bit funky, it still hurts.
Yeah, but luckily with Buttersword, it's a cakewalk nonetheless for Mr. Ed. There's the last 3 hundo pool, I think.
So it looks like Mr. Ed will be first in GT.
Alright,
if
folks.
he doesn't go shopping.
That's true, because Mr. Ed's got a handful of bottles here. Could go grab a refill, but it looks like that's... Well, he's got to pull out the flute first. But is it a flute to the mountain or is it a flute to the potion shop? It is a flute to the mountain, so yeah, we're about to wrap up here.
There's not that much time between both runners, but still enough.
Yeah, it's going to come down to one runner goes left, one runner goes right in GT pretty much. both runners have demonstrated an extremely competent level of execution and pretty good consistency throughout the entirety of this race. So I don't think we're going to have. I think their GT times are going to be pretty similar.
Yeah, and I think it's just the boots time at the moment. Of course, Mr. Ed had it first.
And Radical Sniper, in the meantime, just picked up the last crystal.
Yeah, it might be just the time between them is boots.
That's about it right now.
So no, nothing else, just pure boots luck. If both would have went to the same route, there would be in GT.
Professor Render, Quake was in that good old purple chest. All right, first two chests in GT, no luck. And we're going to count off Mr. Ed's results to find out big key location since he was in first.
And more cash.
All right, so far, no good.
I mean, we like money, but
I mean,
we
money's
already
really
have
not-
a lot.
You have a lot? I'm pretty sure Mr. Ed still has the blue goo bottle from somewhere. There's big key. It's on number 5.
So if
Quick
Wake
and
Sniper
easy.
goes directly to the left, he will get some seconds.
Just a few, and it looks like Canadian 123455 is our winner today. Guessed 5 on the nose.
So GG.
You have won a lifetime supply of A Link to the Past randomizer seeds. Disclaimer, these are available for everybody. But yeah, I think Mr. Ed's already on the GT climb, and again, if both players have been executing as consistently as they've been throughout this race, I think Mr. Ed's certainly looking pretty good to take this restream at the very least.
Yeah.
As far as the whole rest of the race, well, we'll cross that bridge when somebody crosses the finish line on restream.
Well, I could check race time, but for this restream, it's just a side note.
Yeah, and it looks like Radical Sniper's going left immediately here, so is going to get those precious few seconds, but it is going to require some pretty hard GT climb shenanigans for Mr. Ed to lose this lead. It's not completely out of the realm of possibilities. It's dependent on what that second boss is.
Yeah, and the little bit RNG here, cause enemies can walk every path.
Ah, yes.
Oh, it's witty. So a free path.
Where have you been all day?
Just waiting here in sands. So pretty die.
Next.
So what Mr. Ed could need is a nice Moldo.
Yeah, I don't think Trinex can show up there. That room is too small.
Yeah, it's too small for. But any other boss could be there.
I'd laugh if we have another cold stare.
The fun fact, if Cold Stare is there, you can't hover.
Really?
Yeah,
Is it because of the ice?
Yeah, he will block the stairs there. You can't go.
Interesting. And you had no reason to check the climb chests. Butter swords, silver arrows, red mail, 17 hearts, all 4 bottles in tow. Yeah, there is absolutely nothing. These runs another Vitreous.
And Mr. Ed says, butter this eye. And probably just spare some arrows.
Yeah, plenty of arrows left for Ganon. This GT climb is a cakewalk. And
speed is valid.
only some blueberries, though. Although, really, nothing else we can get to help us out. We've literally, it's oops almost everything on tracker minus Aga. I think that was only a 2. Oh, never mind, it was a 3. So 2, 3, 1. Also, how did the bird get into the dark? Never mind. All right, final boss time. And we start today learning about a good, healthy breakfast.
Yeah, and if nothing evil happens, Mr. Ed should take this win. And
yeah,
on Radical Sniper side, seed is valid too. And
yeah,
both runners should have a really, really high connection rate.
Yeah, high collection rate, but still a pretty fast finish. Fast tower climb and Ganon finish. Unfortunately, that being said, Ganon's first series of teleports were a little uncooperative.
Oh no, silvers.
Yep, that's one hit already on Ganon, and here comes... Oh, that was a miss.
It was a teleport hit.
Ah, okay. Oh, a silverless hit, I getcha.
Yeah.
Well, barring any disasters on this 1x3 bridge, that is gonna do it for Mr. Ed. One Ganon fight ends, another one will begin. But get your GGs in chat for Mr. Ed, who will finish this race with an official race time GG time of 1:42.06. And folks, if you can believe it, that is good for first place on the race time room.
Yeah, GG.
GG's to Miss Deb. Radical Sniper not going to be too far behind at this point.
Yeah, just a couple of seconds.
And we will see if we can get both runners in here for an interview. And I think that's Mr. Ed joining us right now. GG's to you and congratulations on first place.
GG.
Oh my god. Imagine having the ability to be done with a seed, I don't know, 35 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's both you and Radical Sniper. Almost last location purple chest. The only other checks you had at that point was like Hera Big and maybe another overworld check or two, but
yeah, all I had left was Hera basement to get the big heated check, Hera big chest. Zora never did that. And I had no aspirations of saving the old man today on the mountain. And I'd be damned if he had Quake.
yeah. Well, we did see Zora. Turned out he just had 10 bombs.
Oh, what a shame.
And right now, Radical did it too. And he's finished as second place in this race.
Well, that just happened. The Triforce.
Imagine just full clearing this game when it was completely unnecessary. I mean, yeah. I even knew I legit was in Quake. I had 6 crystals done at the hour mark. And then it's like, okay, I need Quake. I have the entirety of the mountain It has to be up here. Okay, it's not. All right, well, you know what? I've seen it in Turtle Rock many times. It's not. All right, well, you know what? I really felt Ice Palace was very suspicious from the get-go, so let me do that. It's not there. Okay, well, now it's just like grasping for straws, so.
Yeah, and then oops, pet seed.
Yeah.
Yeah, you both blindfold Pad.
Yeah.
And we are joined in the booth now by Radical Sniper. GG's to you.
GG.
GG's. GG's. Hey, I'm glad you and I both pulled Ped blind. Nice.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
there's no other way to do this, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know how you go and do purple chest sooner, so.
Yeah, we were actually very surprised that both of you put off the mountain until about the 1 hour mark, just because, I mean, there wasn't really a whole lot of reason to go there until Mirror showed up. But by the way, shout outs to the logic that forced double dipped swamp.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, you look at that seed and, you know, Eastern's pretty simple to go do, Thieves makes sense, Pod after that, and then Pod just gives you the 2 other dungeons that you wanted to do and couldn't. So, you know, there's 5 crystals easy, and then you're just like, well, crud, where's my last 2 crystals? And then you go do hair, and you're like, great, it was a crystal, I'm in great shape. And then you go into the TR, and then the pendant falls, and you're like, ugh, I'm starting to die a little inside. And then you're like, okay, I got the whole mountain, I'm gonna get Quake on the mountain.
Well,
No.
Mr. Ed did know. Mr. Ed did know about Meyer being a crystal, because the Meyer map was in Checkerboard Cave.
Yeah, and I went back for it. I went in there, I left, and then I said, oh, you know what? It might be information. And I went in there and I saw it was the Meyer map. I'm like, okay. And then I saw it was a crystal. I went, oh no.
Oh yeah, but oh no.
Yeah.
Glad I didn't waste time on a map. But you clear TR, and you're like, okay, I'm still fine. You clear the mountain, I'm still fine. You clear ice, and ice was really nice. Like, it was a perfectly good ice palace where, you know, you knew the last 2 chests or checks were key, so you were really just rushing the boss. That's good.
Oh, I miscounted that. I forgot about that.
I got to skip Ice Tea, so I felt good there. And then I'm just like, okay, let's go turn that in. And then it's all the one-offs. Oh, I forgot to check Lumberjack Ledge. Oh, it's Powder. Oh, it's Mushroom. It's... like, I just didn't want to go back to other things. It was like, I don't want to go back for Spike Cave. I don't want to go back for Hera. I don't want to go for Left Side Swamp. Like, none of these checks exist.
Yeah, from our perspective, from my perspective personally, at least, Hera Big Chest was going to be the most insulting.
I don't know how you pull yourself to do that one there. Like, it's so hard. It's like, I've definitely had times, like, if I had that set up in a seed where, like, map or compass is in one of the chests and small keys in the other spot, I will very frequently go and do it. Because, like, you just kind of have your thought of, oh, this is going to be, you know, I'm going to have something in big chest, and I don't want to have to skip it. But this
especially when you're one item go mode at that point.
Yeah.
Why waste?
Yep. I mean, I felt really smart doing all of Thieves. Like, that felt amazing.
Yeah, what basically happened is Mr. Ed went into Thieves way earlier, basically as soon as those Titansmiths popped up. Because Mr. Ed also got Moon Pearl on the first pass because he did South Shore first and got the Bridge Guy bottle to turn in for Pearl.
Fair.
Yeah, and the early boots were spectrally the only time difference between you both. Overall.
I was going to say, if he had Pearl that much sooner, I feel like a minute 40 difference, like, I'll take it.
There were some things where you got some time back, Radical Sniper. You didn't do Left Side Swamp. You went left right away in GT. That bought you a couple.
First.
Oh, you did do Hope Room? Oh, we missed that then.
I'm a Hope left.
That's fair.
That's what I like to hear. That's what I am. I like that.
Unless I get a small key in Hope, then I'll do Compass Room.
Yeah, so bosses were not really really much of an issue today. both of you, well, actually, when Mr. Ed was in Eastern, Radical Sniper was in, oh no, other way around. Radical Sniper was in Eastern, Mr. Ed was in Thieves, and you were both able to clear your first bosses no problem. I think I've got that right.
No, none of the bosses were really that bad today. By the time you really got to a dungeon, you were always able to beat it.
It helped
only one that was pretty bad was just like the one that felt bad was Dipping Desert.
Yeah, that was tough because by the time you dipped Desert, we had already seen Mr. Ed pick up boots, or just seen Mr. Ed pick up boots.
I mean, the fact that it was the hook shot required as well as the boots, I wasn't, because like by the time I got to Desert, I was short boots, fire, and hook. So I'll take missing a lot.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And then like the way that I had routed is when I was in CAC and I got basically the entirety of Dark World access. So I had mids, hammer, pearl, everything, and I went into Thieves Town. And so I beat Helma first, and then I went and I did the back, figuring I could just take a death warp. I got green mail, not too many hearts. I mean, it's gonna be a little bit quicker if I just rush the boss and do the basement and die and go from there. But yeah, you had boots and a flute. So my line of thinking was, you know what, this sounds absolutely insane, but I'm actually gonna take the smith, and I don't really have an aspiration of turning around and doing Eastern pod, or at the very least pod as of yet, because I figured I could activate the flute, and then if I just YOLO the mirrors somewhere along the lines, then I can make it a little bit efficient. So I had part of the smith chain done. So literally all I had left was purple chest, and then conveniently magic powder came along, which gave me another one. But it was like purple chest to me was just never gonna happen anytime soon.
Yeah, no, there's no way you go back to
no.
Like I did all of Thieves' first trip, and then my plan was you're picking up Jeremiah and you're going to Hype Cave, and then you're done.
That's exactly what I did.
Like you're gonna, and like it only just became more evident because as soon as you get the flute out of Thieves, you're like, I still want to continue this path, but I want to save and quit because I want to go activate my flute next. Like, nope, easy choice.
By the way, shout out to your collection rate, Jesse. I'm very proud of you.
I don't know how I do it.
I overfluffed, but shout out to you though.
Shout out
you are the true winner.
Shout out to Validation Chest.
Hey, I picked that one up too, though.
Oh man.
Ay.
If only I killed Aga today. Darn, you could have done everything.
I to be honest, I legit was thinking about, like, I'm gonna be very honest. If I saw like everybody else finish, I was gonna make this an oops all dungeons for like literally the fun of it. And then I'm like, I kind of was just racing through my mind. I said, listen, I know most of the runners in here, and especially you, Jesse. I mean, you're a fantastic runner, and I'm thinking you must have done the same logical things that I did that basically avoided purple chests. And I'm thinking, well, you know what, maybe I can somehow get the most undeserving win. And I mean,
it's one of those things. It's like I had the thought of like, this is the kind of race where it's no offense to any runner, but you expect somebody to win who might not win usually. Like I look at the race room, I'm like, okay, you know, I feel pretty good. You know, I know you and Shire especially. I was like, okay, there's the people who, you know, points wise especially, you know what to expect. Like there's the competition for today, and you're like, as soon as you realize you're in a Quake hunt, you're like, somebody's gonna god route this seed.
Yep.
And then nobody finds it. You're just like, what?
Yeah, that we were thinking like as you were both cruising through Mire, we were thinking like this is the point where everybody's in go mode, but nobody has finished, so everybody's sweating.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm thinking like
I
one person, like I look at the 3 names still running, or the 2 names still running, and the other 2 who are in this race, like the other 5 people, and I go, or the other 4 people, and I'm like, somebody's gonna like pull purple chest on a whim and find it, and nobody did. What? Like unheard of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, this is definitely the seed where the top people do everything and overclear, and somebody who's a little bit newer who might do a little bit of a non-conventional route hits the right route somehow, and it just didn't happen today.
Yeah, I know, right? I will say this much: this McBoss Map Compass Shuffle, boss that was featured in the tournament for the main tournament 2022. This right here was basically my entire experience, and I'm very glad that I was able to relive bad dreams from prior, because it was the same thing. It was the same thing in the few times that I had that mode, which I was thrilled to death. But the few times that I had it, it was the absolute most insane chain of events to get whatever your progression is, or it's just like right there, and I last located it like a champ that I am.
I was just hoping it wasn't Graveyard Ledge. My last so many races that I've had these very kind seeds -1 item have always had Graveyard Ledge progression. So shout outs to Graveyard Ledge not being terrible today.
Yeah, just a piece of art, I think, there today. So, hey, I'm just, for me, the satisfaction I get is the old man on the mountain is still lost. I never bothered to save him. I said, I'm not dealing with him. I didn't care. And the other thing too is and I don't want to say like this is like just trying to get like extra knowledge just based upon when everybody else finishes. But if the old man on the mountain had Quake, everybody in the free world would have been done before I was. So I kind of knew. I'm thinking, yeah, the old man doesn't have it, but it's going to be somewhere stupid. And again, to me, it just made absolute sense. The way that I ended up routing it and left behind the entirety of the mountain, I had one item for go mode. I think I finished Hera at literally the hour mark, and I spent 30 minutes finding Quake. Cool. Thanks, game. Appreciate it.
And the game will do it again.
Yeah. Yeah, the game's just like, haha. Well, that was something. But no, guys.
Indeed.
Yeah, but guys, everybody on the whole speed gaming thing. Thank you guys so much for putting this on. Comms, trackers, volunteers, everybody. And I say it, I know I'm a broken record at this time, but I do really want to give props out to all the people in the community, in the rando community. I mean, they are some of the best people you ever encounter. And Jesse especially. Some of the nicest people, helpful people, and not only are they great runners, but they're great human beings outside of the game. And for me to have a chance to be affiliated with a lot of these people, with a lot of the groups, the Discord servers and everything, it's an absolute pleasure. For anybody that likes to watch this but is kind of hesitant to join, like I said, please, the more the merrier. Welcome you with open arms. There's so much available to you to be able to progress in the game, to learn the tricks, to learn how to play, to learn how to be quick. And I'm just very, very appreciative for the opportunity to be restreamed here, and hopefully myself and Jesse entertained you guys, and look forward to our next engagement, guys.
Indeed we do. And yeah, we thank you folks for joining us on this episode of the Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. So really not much else to say that was just said. I just echo that sentiment completely. Again, thank you to our runners, Radical Sniper and Mr. Ed, for putting on a great show. Nervin, thank you for both tracking and joining me in the booth kind of last second here before we got on the air. Very much appreciated the company.
Yeah, the same goes on me too. It was a pretty nice time. And
all right. Well, on that note, folks, thank you for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and we will see you next time for more randomizer action. Take care, folks.